Well, here we are. Welcome to Movies That Played Us. I'm Altaf.
And I'm Chris. Today we're going to be playing Guess the Animal. I explained in the Inglorious Bastards podcast how, that this is going to be live action, pretty much all practical animals, whether it's real animals or like prosthetic animals.
I love Airbud.
You like that?
My guy.
You ready for the first one?
Please. Wow.
Oh, you don't recognize this one?
No, I know. Come on. It's Alien.
Yeah. Jonesy.
Jonesy, that's right. So like I was just going through my head famous cats. I was like, okay, what?
Yeah, I mean, there isn't much to say, but Alien's just, Alien's Alien, right?
No, Alien's good, but specifically about the cat, it is the most frustrating, especially because I'm not a huge I love cats. I don't think I like pets. It's fine.
You love a cat.
There's a specific guy that lives in this place that's a cat that I love. But in general though, I get so frustrated when Ripley's like, I gotta go back after this cat, because I'm like, no, fucking leave. Like just get out of there.
But it's so important to her character though, you know what I mean?
No, totally. I mean, that's why this movie's great, because this cat is such a beautiful wrench. And because the cat is also this great wrench, because when they're trying to track the xenomorph, the cat's like getting in the way of the tracking.
Yeah, 100%. And that shot that I showed, I'm going to go back to it.
Okay.
Do you remember what's happening in that scene?
Isn't that the first scene with the xenomorph?
Yeah, when it starts killing the dude, when it's like pulls him up into the ceiling and he's screaming, the cat's just watching ominously.
God, Alien is so fucking good, dude.
It's such a badass movie. I know.
Oh,
all right,
man.
Ready for the second one?
Please. Oh, I can barely make it out. Oh, okay. Sorry, the glare on my softbox made it hard to see. Oh my God. I mean, this is this is the thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say again, warm ups.
Sure. Okay, so we've talked about how The Thing is a very important movie to us in like the lore of Nice Dude, but one thing I'll say is it's so funny to watch our reaction again, and even though the movie opens with straight up them shooting at the dog, so I should have known that something's wrong with that dog, I was so sympathetic towards that dog. I was like, oh no, please protect that dog.
Well, to be fair, I mean, I think a lot of other reactors had that too. At least according to the comments, they were saying like, when you don't know, you're like, no, shoot the fucking dog.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is a wild thing that this movie opens with literally them, like, these guys in helicopters trying to shoot down a dog.
Yeah. Well, we might have talked about it already in the Thing podcast, but I remember the prequel version of the Thing literally ends with them going after the dog.
I mean, that makes sense. It's like, it seems like a Rogue One type of move, rare.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It shows the whole Norwegian perspective of what happened to all. So you see literally all of those deaths from the bodies that they find.
The biggest shame with that Thing prequel that I always hear about is there's actually behind the scenes footage of they did a lot of that the monster stuff with practical effects. And if you watch behind the scenes stuff, that you can see test footage that they shot where they wanted it to look like John Carpenter's The Thing, and they tried to make it look like Rob Bottin's Creatures. But at the time, the studio got so nervous that they covered that up with CGI.
So frustrating. I know. It's insulting, too.
It makes me feel sorry for the director, because I'm like, oh, the director was like a genuine fan of John Carpenter's The Thing, you know?
And the team who made the practical effects. Imagine working your ass off on that sort of thing, trying to do something justice, and find out that the studios were like, nah, we're just not going to do that. Everything you worked for, we're just going to discount.
I'm glad that test footage exists at least, you know?
Yeah. All right, ready for the next?
Please. Oh, it's Brandy!
Hell yeah.
God, I fucking love Brandy so much.
I know. Would you say that's your favorite movie, dog?
I remember when I was talking about Brandy in the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood podcast, I remember I was like, she's a great movie dog. And you, I think, responded was like, no, she's the movie dog. I think Brandy's my favorite movie dog, for sure.
That's cool.
I mean, especially the way she's used in the story, because obviously it's amazing that Cliff has this really well-trained dog that while he's making mac and cheese, you see him being like, sit, don't whine, you know?
Yeah.
I can take it away. I won't, but I will, all that shit. And I just also, in the book, in the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood novelization that Tarantino did, there's a chapter that's just called Brandy. And it's about how Cliff got Brandy. And Cliff, so a short synopsis for that. Cliff had this friend that was kind of like this fuck up friend that we've all had once in our lifetime that just like kind of always asks you for money and is kind of just like has nothing going on in his life.
Yeah.
But he gets into dog fighting. Like he gets this dog Brandy who is basically like, listen, man, this dog is vicious. We can get this guy into fights, bet on it. We can make a lot of money with this dog. And Cliff is like, all right, let's do it. And basically they make so much fucking money with this dog. Cliff starts liking Brandy and he realizes at one point that this guy is like, that Brandy's getting hurt now. Like they've made so much money with Brandy, but now Brandy's starting to get hurt. And this dog is like this guy is pushing Brandy to her limit. And Cliff one time sees like how he's pushing Brandy. Cliff beats the living shit out of him to the point where that guy dies, and the chapter ends with, and that's the first man Cliff Booth killed. Like,
that's awesome.
And that's how he got Brandy. It's like a pretty vicious story.
Hell yeah.
But
are you ready for the next?
Yeah. I am, of course. Okay, a white horse. Is this Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, it's Shadowfax.
Hell yeah. Okay, I mean, I think about the shot, or this is obvious, but Helm's Deep is at its peak, and then fucking Gandalf comes in riding the horse.
I remember when the horse is running. Remember how he like does that whistle and the horse is just coming?
Yeah.
Do you remember fucking Legolas's line? I forgot what the type of horse is or the significance of it. He's like, yeah, that's a so-and-so. Unless my eyes deceive me from some sort of spell. I'm like, fucking Legolas, you're so dramatic all the time.
Okay, I got it right here. That is one of the Marias, unless my eyes are cheated by some spell.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, Legolas.
But this is...
Especially because in that same movie is when he's like, this forest is old. Very old. And angry.
Fucking love Legolas. And then
I know.
Gandalf's response is, Shadowfax. He is the lord of all horses and has been my friend through many dangers. I do love that the setup of Shadowfax is like, yo, this horse is the shit. Like he's not just any horse. He's like my homie. Like
Cool. I'm glad you got that one.
Of course, yeah. I am surprised
There was
by how many I'm getting.
Like I said, I thought this one would be easy for you, but they're fun conversation starters, It's kind of hard to make this one challenging, but once I was like halfway through, I was like, fuck it, this will be fun.
Mm-hmm.
There was one that wasn't here that I ended up cutting out because I wanted to make room for something else, because this one was also really easy, but didn't think it was that fun, was Frank from Men in Black, the pug.
Oh, that would have been easy, but I love Frank.
You would have got that immediately, yeah, how Agent K is holding him and shaking him.
I wanted a pug because of Men in Black. Like I was,
sure.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, that could be my best friend.
Yeah. Okay, ready for the next?
Please. Okay, I don't even know what I'm looking at. Is that a rhinoceros? Stegosaurus? Is that a dinosaur?
Do you want me to answer any of these questions?
Okay, what kind of animal is it?
It's a rhino.
Okay, it's a rhino. That doesn't really help. I have no idea.
Do you want me to show you?
Yeah, show me. Oh, man. Oh.
I think this is Ace Ventura 2, to be fair.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls.
This is his introduction. Like, this is... I'm just going to repeat my favorite thing that anyone said about Ace Ventura, which is your line during our Ace Ventura commentary, which was, "This performance is a miracle."
I know.
Whenever I think of Ace Ventura, I think of what you said, where you're like, "Oh, this performance is a miracle. It's insane that it worked."
I know. This movie's insane, or both of them are insane. I haven't seen the second one in forever. The first one I've seen more recently. What was that, like a year ago or something like that? When we were doing the Jim Carrey collection.
The first one we watched a year ago.
Yeah, but yeah, that was fun. I was curious if you'd get this one or not.
I think like Jim Carrey's talked about how like they built like a whole like set to where when he's inside it, you know what I mean? And he was talking about how hot it was, and then they built like a separate thing to where when he has to come out of it. And I'm just like, the amount of money and like work it took to pull off this sequence is insane. But to be honest, man, this is the shit you and I love. Like,
exactly.
We love work and actual like creative effort put into something that is so dumb.
Okay, ready for the next one?
Please.
What a great time. Well, if you want the full version of this episode, or I guess more movie animals, head over to our Patreon at Movies That Changed Us. For just $5, you can access the full episode along with other full episodes of Movies That Played Us. See you there. Stay nice.